Hey there, gamers and sports fans. Sweet Johnny Cage here, and today I am going to be bringing you our review of MLB The Show 08 for the PlayStation 3. Please note that this is a PlayStation 3 exclusive, so don't try looking for it for your Xbox 360 or your Wii. MLB The Show 08 has all of your typical baseball game modes. You have franchise mode, you have quick play, exhibition. However, one thing that I noticed that was missing from this game was home run derby mode. Now, I remember as a kid playing Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run, I believe it was, with my SNES controller bat that was actually using motion sensitivity for swinging and everything. It's a pretty cool game. I remember that, and I remember playing home run derby all the time. I would usually get bored of the regular season and just start doing home runs. But that isn't in this game. At least it's not by default. I'm not sure if it's an unlockable. You guys let us know. Now, we're going to do a quick play for this. However, we want to let you know that franchise mode is full. You can do pretty much anything and everything that you could possibly imagine in a baseball game. Now, through quick play, this basically, you pick a team that you want to play as, and you pick a team that you want to verse, and you go at it. Now, as soon as the game starts, please note the load times are a little bit long, only in the beginning of the game, but once the game gets started, it's instant. And the actual loading screens that kind of disguise the loading are really cool. Now, getting started with the game. Now, I started off as the New York Mets. Now, the new field that they're building, which is projected to be finished by this season, Citi Field, is not the one that you're playing in this game. It would be kind of nice if they were able to kind of render the prototype that they've been working with for a while. However, you are playing in Shea still in this season. A little Easter egg that I had noticed is that whenever a player comes up to bat, it's actually Howie Rose announcing that name. Now, Howie Rose is actually the Mets play-by-play commentator and has been since about 1995. He also commentates for whatever hockey team is playing on the MSG network. During the playoffs, he'll do it for the Islanders. He's usually just Mets and Rangers, though. That's a nice little Easter egg for us New Yorkers, or any Met fan, really. So the announcing in the stadium is done by the real announcers. This was true for the Yankees, as well as a few other teams that I had versed, including Boston. Now, getting down to gameplay, this is what really matters here, folks. Gameplay is very smooth, once you get the hang of it. It took me a while to actually figure out the pitching. The tooltips that they do give you are really helpful, and they're really cool, but they're really just kind of extra features that they added in this game. For somebody who's not really too much into sports games, or who hasn't really played the show before, really won't know how to pitch. I didn't figure it out until about 45 minutes into the game, and I was getting pretty frustrated pretty quickly. But once I figured it out, it made everything kind of make sense. Now, I'm going to give you a brief tutorial in case you haven't played the show yet. Here's how you pitch. You see, you pick your pitch, which is one of the shape buttons, or R1 on the controller, depending on the pitcher. Now, you notice that a meter comes up, and as you press X to start pitching, it shines in a set location, and then there's a little bit of green, and then yellow into red. That's your speed. So you pick your speed in there, and then it'll go all the way back down, and then come all the way back around. You want to hit X where it was shining, and that's how you get the most precise pitch. It took me a while to figure that out. It actually didn't even say it in the manual, so if you're wondering, that's how you do it. Now, I have to say, MLB The Show 08 does have, quite possibly, the best graphics on the PlayStation 3 to date. That being said, this also, in turn, enables the developers to do a lot of other things. However, there are some flaws. In the background, you'll notice the crowd. The crowd is very responsive. If you hit a foul ball, somebody in the crowd will jump up and catch it. However, if you look very closely, as I did, only because I'm pretty much a stickler for detail, you'll notice that there's a lot of cloning going on. Everybody's kind of wearing the same shirt, at least in clusters they are. There's only about maybe 10 or 11 different types of models, just scattered all throughout. It is random, but it's a bad random. They should kind of try to mix it up a little bit more. I mean, in a stadium that's holding 16,000 people, they should really try to mix it up a little bit. But I understand how much memory that could take up and how much time it could take to make more models. Left with much else to complain about aside from the cloning. The announcing in-game is incredible. I'll let you hear a brief clip after a pitch that turns out to be a ball.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
And a good two-strike pitch. Make him go up and get it.
Now, for a sports game to have that level of detail in announcing, different things happening at all different times, is pretty incredible. And also, going along the same vein as detail, you can see that these players are incredibly detailed. The drawing, the animation, and everything. Now, another really detailed thing that I noticed, I don't mean to be, keep on harking on detail here, but if you slide into a base, dirt goes on the jersey. That's cool. Now, when the person is in the field, or if they come back up the bat, dirt is still on the jersey. That's ridiculous. Now, going back to gameplay, if you're in the field and the opposing team hits the ball, you'll see that a field indicator will pop up. Now, something really cool in the Show'08 is that along with this field indicator, if it's a force play or if somebody's about to steal or run to second or third, a little indicator will pop up right near the marker. And if you get within this range of this marker, the player will catch the ball and get off to a running start with the ball. This way, when you go to throw the ball to the base, it gives them more momentum, or, more of a chance for you to get that person out. Now, one of the cons of the gameplay, the AI is a little dumb at times. They won't make plays, they won't do certain things, and it kind of annoyed me, even though it was good for me, because the other team was making the mistakes and not me. But still, I'd rather it be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more fine-tuned as far as AI. Another con about gameplay is that, just say somebody hits a ball into deep center field, it's not necessarily a home run just yet, but the camera follows the ball. It does pretty much automatically go to where it's going to be caught, or where it's going to land, but just say it's hit to left center field. In a normal baseball game, you'd have the left fielder and the center fielder going for it to see who could catch it first, and then they'd say, I got it, or whatever. In this game, they do. But you don't know which one you're controlling because the camera hasn't gotten there yet. Try to patch that, make it a little bit smarter, maybe edit the camera angle so you could see where you should be going, or which one you're controlling. But other than that, there really aren't too many other cons about gameplay. Everything is really smooth, pitching is great, batting is great, fielding is really good aside from those flaws. So guys, aside from that, I really don't have too much else to say about MLB The Show'08. What I do want to tell you guys is that if you are a sports game fan, or if you're a baseball fan, or if you have a PlayStation 3 and you're looking for something to play that's not an FPS, you should definitely pick this game up. I know I'm not the biggest sports game fan, but I thoroughly enjoyed this game, and I know I will from now on. Now, I'm very proud to say that for our first PS3 game review, I'm going to be giving this game an 85 out of 100, along with a 4 out of 5 line of faces. Aside from some gameplay flaws and a few glitches here and there, there's really nothing too wrong with this game. It's very enjoyable, even to those people who aren't sports fans, or sports game fans, such as myself. So, if you would like to pick this game up, you could look to the right of this video, in the video description, to the link for VideoGameCentral.com. I'm Sweet Johnny Cage. Thanks for watching our review.